Hello everyone, welcome back. I wanted to have a chat today and I have a lot going on, so we're going to be multitasking. I'm sure if you're a parent, or even if you're not, you probably understand. I don't mind my crazy hair. I haven't had a shower yet. It can get even crazier. But I haven't had a shower because I'm about to do some laundry in the tub. And I'll discuss why in just a few minutes. But I wanted to have just a chat. Not exactly sure what I'm going to talk about, but probably something about emotions and mental stability. And also I'd like to show you what laundry detergent I'm using. And I'm also going to show you, because I'm multitasking, how you can do laundry in your tub. If your washer and dryer are crazy and turning on by themselves and you decide to send them back because they keep you up all night making weird sounds and and stuff like that. And you have two people ask you if your appliances have ghosts in them. So I'll quickly just discuss that just so I can be clear. But this video is really more about just having a conversation and just kind of showing how I'm going to wash the laundry because I'm going to do it anyway. So, anyway, real quickly, so I bought a washer and dryer. The dryer, when they delivered it, I bought it from a big box store, one of the biggest, stores, that has bulk items, we'll say, right? So anyway, bought, and they have a good return policy, by the way, as well. So, so the dryer, they delivered it. The dryer started it had a grinding. As soon as the delivery person turned it on, it was like a rubbing, grinding sound. So we turned it off, but we left it plugged in. And the washer seemed to be okay. And anyway, they said, okay, you'll need to get the tech out, for the dryer. So anyway, they leave, and that night, all night long, the appliances are going doo-doo-doo-doo. Now, they're off, but they're still plugged in. There wasn't anything in them. They weren't in the middle of a cycle. There weren't lights on. I even went in the middle of the night to check, and there weren't any lights on the display. And then in the morning, they kept me up all night long because it would just keep, randomly. It wasn't hourly. It wasn't on a timer. Just randomly. And so anyway, I went in the morning and the dryer was on. And so I ended up sending them back because even the next day it would randomly, and again, they're not on, they just weren't unplugged. So I ended up unplugging the dryer and they came back and got them. And I have to double check that they've given me my refund. But anyway, needless to say, I've looked at so many reviews, and I don't know what to pick at this point. It's also very expensive, and seems like there's a lot of problems with the sort of newer washers and dryers, and it's kind of hit and miss. The ones I got, they did have quite a bit. They had tons of reviews. First of all, I mean, I can't remember. It was a lot, and a percentage of them were bad reviews, but there was also a large percentage of good reviews. So I got one of the crazy ones that did crazy things. One of the reviews even said that it was either the washer or the dryer, I can't remember, turned on and moved and put a hole in the person's wall. So of course I'm like, well, of course I got a crazy one, and well, it didn't put a hole in my wall, thank goodness. It did turn itself on, and so I ended up, unplugging it because who can deal with that? So I don't want to risk a fire or anything. So, or whatever happened to that lady. So it was funny when I read that review, I was like, I don't know about the set, but the place was having a good sale on them, and they did have a lot of good reviews, but they also had a lot of bad reviews. So I gave it a try. Anyway, long story shortened here is that now we are going to do laundry in the tub. There's the camera to see it. All right, so, and I have my favorite laundry soap. It's called Molly Suds, and this is the peppermint, the peppermint flavor. And anyway, I tried to, sorry, the lighting is not the greatest in here. I tried to do as much natural as possible. I'm not perfect, but I do look for things like this, and I haven't looked it up on, I know there's a guide online. I have to refresh my memory of what that is. I don't think I've looked it up on there, but I'm going to tell you, if their ingredients are true, I can't see that it would be toxic, because it's sodium carbonate, sourced from the Green River Basin in Wyoming, sodium bicarbonate, magnesium sulfate, and unrefined sea salt, and organic peppermint oil for scent. So, excuse me, honestly, you could probably make this at home. I don't know if you could make it for as cheap as this is. And I think it was about $15 a bag, but you get about 120 loads. I probably will get more like, probably more like 100. I've been using a little bit extra. It's ultra concentrated, but you can use 2 scoops if you need to. So, and sometimes I'll just use 1 scoop and add some extra like some borax, or you could add some, you know, baking soda, whatever you want. But also this says, it says tip, add a scoop of our oxygen whitener to whiten and brighten. Hard water, add 1/4 cup distilled white vinegar to the wash or fabric softener cup, and prepare to be amazed. So, I should do that actually. I should put vinegar in there. Let me see. I don't think I have any vinegar right here. I'm trying to remember where I put it because I was using it. It's okay. I'll use it next time. Anyway, so I'm going to just be swishing. Look guys, I have a Dollar Tree. I have a Dollar Tree I have a Dollar Tree mop handle / broom handle. I don't know if you've ever bought these. This is my first time, but you can buy the separate mop and everything from them. So I'm going to use this to swish around my laundry, and basically I'm going to swish it around. I'm also going to let it soak for a little bit. One nice thing is you can let it soak for a while. You know, there's such thing as stripping your clothing, which this is not stripping, but that might be good for some things. It's especially good for cloth diapers. So anyway, basically I'll probably let it soak for a little bit longer, but I'm going to stir it around, and then I'll probably rinse it most likely just once. I basically drain the water, squeeze the clothes out, and then like fill, the tub is only partially full, so I'm not wasting a bunch of water. And then I'm going to wring them out, rinse them out, and then I'll hang them up. So this is not really something I recommend. I'm just letting you know if you ever need to wash your clothes by hand. This detergent is pretty, like, it's not very scented. The peppermint oil you can smell, but it doesn't really last on the clothing. It more just makes your clothing fresh. You could always add some more peppermint oil if you wanted to, or whatever essential oils you'd like to. Just be careful because there's some essential oils. See, this is not what I planned to talk about, but you know what, I'm going to say it anyway because we're discussing it. There's some essential oils that are kind of more like extracts. They're kind of more like when you, kind of more like vanilla bean extract. So some of them can be very thick and like brown. So just be careful that you're not putting one of those in. I actually have some of them. I think, I'm trying to remember what there is, but one is a combination from Plant Therapy that's called chocolate cordial or something like that, and it's brown, so you would most likely stain your clothes if you use something like that. So make sure that you're using, I'm sure you all know this, but make sure you're using something, you know, that's clear, right? And it's not one of those sort of like if you scraped a vanilla pod, you know, it's brown and thick. There are some essential oils that are like that. Usually it's very hard to get out, and you have to get them out with a toothpick from the bottle. I think I have, I want to say it's like a carnation one or something like that that's also like that. I'm not sure if it's brown or not, but you basically need a toothpick to get it out because it's so thick. Anyway, you probably know that, but just in case you don't, because I know some people are new to essential oils, and even sometimes I'll get them, and sometimes people will put in the reviews, this one stains my diffuser, you know, so just FYI. So anyway, I'm going to try not to make this too long. I'm not going to show the whole process of the laundry, but I thought because I just don't have that much time, I would hop on here and show that, that detergent. There's lots of different detergents, you know, that are good. But just, I'll say, like, I like Charlie's soap. And I used to cloth diaper, and I was in love with Charlie's soap because the first couple of times it was great. And there's something about Charlie's soap on cloth diapers that after a while, they sort of leave like a residue. Hopefully this angle is not making you all crazy, sorry. And they can actually sort of burn the skin of children, so, which sounds weird, but I was in a cloth diapering group, and they were like, you know, we don't discuss Charlie's soap or something like that. And of course I had just bought Charlie's soap, and I was like, what's wrong with Charlie's soap? And a bunch of people hopped on there and said that. So I still like it for, like, maybe if you want to, like, you know, strip something, right? So like, if you just use it, I don't know, once every like 10 washings or something like that. Basically, if you wash it every single time, there's some kind of chemical buildup. But I think it's also a pretty natural one as well. So anyway, there's BioClean. If you want to know what they rate on the scale for you know, cleanliness, I'll try sometime to find that. There's like a website, but feel free to look yourself, or you might know. But I personally like BioClean. I think somebody mentioned they might not be the cleanest, but I haven't even had a chance to look into it. And I'm not sure why they wouldn't be, but again, I'm going to tell you things, but you always do your own research. So anyway, as far as I know, Molly Suds is pretty good. And I think they have a couple of different, you know, flavors, so to speak. So anyway, yeah. Anyway, let's see. So basically, I just wanted to chat. I'm not going to make this terribly long, but I'll chat while I'm stirring. I feel like I have a cauldron, you know, and I can't believe I'm using my Dollar Tree, what is this called? Like mop handle. Anyway, last time I got in there and did it with my hands, and I should probably put on gloves when I'm doing this, because even though it's natural, like, your nails are going to take a hit, you know, your skin might dry out, just because the more we use our skin, you know, the more it's affected, right? So, but I thought last time I was like, I was in there, I was probably getting a decent workout, honestly. Maybe I should make like a whole fitness, like clean from scratch fitness. But I obviously don't really recommend doing your laundry like this long term, because it takes a while, right? But in the midst of things, even the delivery guy was like, what are you gonna do without a washer and dryer? And I was like, I don't know. I have no idea. And I'm thinking to myself, well, surely they did something back in the day, right? I mean, surely not everyone has to have a washer and dryer, but apparently it's quite a big deal these days. So I'm not gonna lie, like, I don't have time to sit here and do laundry like this, but it's very hot and I have been very sweaty, so we have to do the laundry somehow. Anyway, I hope y'all get a laugh out of this like I do, because it's like, here, let's see. Well, I'll move my underwear over. Okay, ready? So, oops, hold on. Okay. Okay, wait, where am I going? Yes, I know how to do this. I'm sure that I do. Okay, whatever, we'll just do this. Hopefully you can see it. Anyway, It's pretty funny. I feel kind of like I'm camping. Anyway, so I just wanted to, while I'm stirring my laundry, you know what I need? I need an oar, like for a boat or a kayak or something like that. It could be worse. I could be having to do this outside in over 100-degree weather. So anyway, I just wanted to say hi and, you know, kind of chat for a bit. I want to talk about things, but I'm not gonna lie, like sometimes I'm kind of shy and I think, who's gonna want to watch this? And then I go and watch some YouTube videos and I'm like, there's people doing all kinds of things. And at first I was like, oh, well, like, how am I gonna go and do a video when I don't even have a shower? And then I'm like, I see all kinds of crazy things on YouTube. So just join me. We're just gonna be like normal people doing really weird things, right? Like stirring our laundry like it's in a cauldron. By the way, I used the hot water. I don't usually use hot water, but I did just to try to like break up this stuff. But also the hot water here is not really hot. It's more like warm. So obviously you would want to select whatever temperature your clothing needs, but even if I was doing laundry, it's so hot, it would probably already be hot water, even if I put it on cold. So anyway, let's see, what did I want to talk about? So something I wanted to talk about, I was thinking earlier, that things are not always perfect in life. You know, everyone knows that, right? And this has been, it's been very much like that in my life lately, and just weird things like the dryer happen, and I'm just sort of figuring out, like, thinking, why is all this weird stuff happening, and what should I do about it? And I know you might think, well, that was just one, you know, issue, and I'm not going to go into all the weird things that have happened in my life, but I will just say that it's definitely been a really weird vibe since about the end of 2019, I will say. And like, there's just been a lot of strange things that have happened. And I feel like it's time for me to take back control of my life and navigate the weird, strange things that happen instead of getting sort of like deterred by them. I will say that sometimes there's been so many things that happen sort of at once that I feel, what did they call that? It's just kind of like overwhelm, I guess I would say. And so here we are doing, you know, laundry in the bathtub, and you know what, it gives me a moment to just sit and talk about things, I guess. So in a way, it's forcing me to slow down and reshape how I think about things. I guess I could think like, oh, this is the worst thing, I don't have time, you know, all of those stuff, and those things, I mean, and or not even things, but all of those thoughts, right? It's easy to get into the thought patterns of, why is this all happening to me? Why can't I cut a break? Why, you know, but something that has been on my mind lately, especially as all these things happen, like, it's 108 degrees. I'll tell you this part. It's 108 degrees. And when it first started getting hot, my thermostat needed to be replaced in my car. And there was a lot going on, and I just felt overwhelmed as well. So anyway, long story shortened here, I then got my thermostat replaced, and I went ahead and I approved other charges to for them to like really get my car you know, dialed in and in good shape and everything. And the next the next day my air conditioner stopped working. And this, all the things that they did were around the whole cooling, replace thermostat and do things around the cooling and the air conditioning. So I don't know if they didn't, plug in a hose or what they did, but it's a challenge because the last time they had my car for something pretty basic, really, they were leaning uh, on the window and it was half open. They were like put all their body weight on it, and I was supposed to go out of town, and then the window regulator broke. So I'm gonna say that I also called them and I said, told them, and of course they don't take any accountability. And I said, when can you have the window, or what do I need? When can you do it? And they were like, well, it'll be a week till we can do it, and we'll need your car for 3 or 4 days, which is what they always say, even though they don't work on it starting the first day. And then, whatever. So I went and bought a window regulator, and I figured out how to do it myself. Well, I should have replaced the thermostat as well. I should have figured it out and just gone ahead and done it, but it's extremely hot, and it's just not that simple in my life to do that. So I trusted them and I shouldn't have. And I paid them a ton of money to do all of those things just for then my AC to just start blowing weird sounds. And then my car telling me that like I can't run my AC basically. So long story. That's the shortened version, but I don't know what they did to it. But I guess what the point of this is that it feels like lately it's like just nonstop. Something is not working. Something's not going right. Something blah blah blah. And I found myself saying those things, right? And the more I would say them, the more they would happen. Now, I'm not gonna lie, like if somebody wants to break your stuff at a place like that, they can do that because they have your car and you can't see what they're doing, right? But you can reframe your thinking, right? Because and frequency, energy, what we say does make a difference. And so I'll give an example. Yesterday I was driving, and of course I needed to be somewhere at a certain time, and there was traffic, and I started singing, the cars are moving out of the way, the cars are moving out of the way, the cars are moving out of the way, the cars are moving out of the way. So I was just singing that, and I actually just felt like trying to feel a joy in my heart, because our thoughts have a lot of power in our words. And I don't know if you've ever noticed, but when you sing things, it has an energy and a vibration to it. And this is not like anti anything. This is just it's just like if you were to sing, you sing along with the radio, it has energy, it gives energy out. And so I was saying that on my way, and literally, like at one point I started getting a little bit frustrated because everything was backed up, and of course we have to be somewhere. And I thought, okay, I can feel that tension and starting in my body. And so I started singing that again, and like 6 cars moved instantly. So, and that probably sounds like, maybe you might think that doesn't happen or work. And then I would just say, try it, give it a try. But you really have to like let go of the tension, right? And just feel the joy, or like the positive, feeling. And it happened like on my way somewhere else, and there was a lot of traffic. It was all congested. And I started singing that again, right? Or if somebody pulls out in front of you, right? Or nearly hits your car, I'm not crazy, but try blessing them, right? Like, or whatever it is that you do that's like positive. If you want to say a little prayer for them, if you want to send them good vibes, whatever it is that you do, try it. Because like, And actually, I will say that a mentor a long time ago told me that part. The singing part I just made up, right? But like, a mentor told me that. She was like, because it felt like every time I was driving, and of course I was driving in a high traffic area, right? So, and where everyone has to get to work and things like that. And she said, instead of being upset with them or feeling all that tension in your body, she's like, just, pray for them or bless them. And, wish them like safe travels and all that, right? Seems counterintuitive, but give it a try and see how it works for you. And I think I will leave this at that because this video is already 25 minutes long. But I like to do more of these talks, and if you want to listen, great. If you don't, turn it off. And yeah, I wish you all the most blessings and have a good day. All right, take care. Bye.